The 80s and 90s, a time when we had some classic TV, film and video game characters. Now today I'm going to show you a small selection of some of my figures from TV and video games from the 80s and 90s. I've got many more which I've shown in previous videos, and also some that I'll show in future videos. Let me know in the comments if you've got any of these and what ones are your favourites. Now the first one is this little guy, Knuckles. Now he made his debut in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 1994, and this figure is from 1993, and I think it was one of those that you got from Burger King or McDonald's, you know, in the Happy Meals. There's no copyright on there to indicate, but it looks like one of those figures, and it's he sort of spins around as you move him along. And yeah, he wasn't in the Sonic games. He wasn't really. It's sort of like an in between, you know, in between the good and the bad. So you know, he was sort of working for Robotnik, but not working for Robotnik, you know. But he's an Ishinda, and he can climb walls very easily with his knuckles, hence his name. So you can sit there, Knuckles, in your, it's like a sort of it's like a cloud or a rock or something that he's in. Maybe that's what it is. He's dug his way out of a rock. Now the next character is this guy. Now his name is Wilfred. He's from the Bash Street Kids. Now the Bash Street Kids is a comic strip that's been in the Beano since 1954. A long running comic series, and I remember growing up reading the Beano and the Dandy, and enjoying a lot of the comic strips and the characters that featured in each of them. And this one was actually made for McDonald's. Although obviously this is an 80s and 90s video, and this is from 2000, this one, but obviously he's been around for a long while. And if you wind the head, you wind the head and press the button on the back, and it should spin round. Yeah, his head's turned. You never see his neck, which is interesting. He's hiding something there. Yes, only his arms move and his head when you push the button, and his feet don't move. But that's a nice little toy. And there were many characters in the Bash Street Kids comic strip, and he's just one of them, Wilfred. So we can stand you there next to Knuckles. Now, popular in the 90s are these fellas, Trolls. Now, of course, these made a comeback. They did a film, or made a couple of films, and a lot of figures and merchandise for Trolls. But these were like the original ones. And there were also some with larger versions with flashing LEDs. I think you pushed the tummy of the troll, and then it randomly stopped on a red or green light. And if you got green, it was supposed to be good luck, and red was bad luck. And I remember keep pressing it to try and hope that it stopped on the green. I've got one somewhere, must try and find it. Now this is a pencil top one, because it's got a hole in the bottom to stick on the pencil top. And these are probably given free and something, I think. And you've got all the, always had the long coloured hair. So I've got that one, and also got this one who's wearing an outfit on this one, a bit more solid. Got really sort of distinctive big eyes on that one. He's got his very brightly coloured clothes there, with his brightly coloured hair as well. Now this one's an interesting one, because not just because he's wearing sunglasses and he's got, looks like his beach towel, he's off to the beach, but on the back it's got I don't know if it comes out on the camera, but it's got Wheatos on it. So they were given in the Wheatos cereal, as a lot of things You often got gifts in the 90s in cereal packets, something that, as I've mentioned many times before on my channel in previous videos, that you don't get so much anymore. But yeah, they often come with different coloured hair, and he's got his sunglasses there. And yeah, so obviously there was a lot of different ones you could probably collect in the cereal. Now these actually, as I said, they're very popular in the 90s, and but they've been around for a long while, trolls. I think they also called them gonks at one time as well. So we will stick you fellas there. Okay, so now a very popular video game character we have now, and it's Diddy Kong with his star on his chest. Interesting on this figure, on the top of the hat, he doesn't have Nintendo on it, whereas he has Nintendo on his hat in some games he's appeared in, and some other merchandise. I don't know if maybe it was a copyright thing. And of course, Diddy Kong debuted in 1994 in the Donkey Kong series. I love those games. If you've ever played Donkey Kong Country games, great games. And of course, he's appeared in Smash Brothers as well, and Mario Kart and various other games. There's no date on this one, but I think this is a bit more of a recent one. But again, you know, he's been around for a while, so he qualifies as being a figure of the 90s for sure. And then we're going to put Diddy there if you stand up. He's got quite a lot of movement on this one, so you can stand him up, sit him down as well. There you go. So the next one we have is Donkey Kong with his DK tyre. This one doesn't have any movement on this one. And now of course Donkey Kong debuted right back in 1981 in the Donkey Kong game, of course, which featured Mario, but known as Jumper Man then, and of course had to rescue Pauline, who would become Princess Peach. And you know, it's rumoured is Cranky Kong the original Donkey Kong? That's one of the many questions in the video game universe that we may never get an answer to. And of course Donkey Kong's been in loads of games. You know, he's featured in Mario Kart and in Smash Brothers as well, and as well as his own games. Donkey Konga as well was one of these games with the peripheral, drum peripheral that was used for the Wii. So Donkey Kong, you can go there next to Diddy Kong. A little bit out of scale because he's smaller, and obviously Diddy's normally the smaller one. Now this next one is interesting, and I don't remember when I got it, but it's Bart Simpson on a skateboard. You know, it could be said that he popularised popularity of skateboards, although they've, you know, they're still very popular now, which is interesting. But it's interesting that the paint seems to be really off. You know, you've got red on the hair there, and there as well. It's quite a squishy figure, but it's based on the old sort of Bart design. Some of the Simpsons characters had a slightly different look in the early days, a bit like the Family Guy characters did as well. You know, of course, like if anything, you often may change characters and improve them as time goes on. And obviously, Simpsons debuted in 1989 and still going today, and so Bart's a very prominent figure for the 80s and the 90s, and obviously now as well. So we'll put you there, Bart. Now this next fella, or feline really I should say, is Snarf from Thundercats. classic 80s TV series. Fondly remember watching it. They did a new series as well in 2011, but I've not seen that series. He's got some movement on the arms, and his tail moves, but not his feet. And oh, his head moves as well. This figure is from 1986, and of course Thundercats premiered in 1985. Now what's interesting, on the bottom of his feet, I don't know if it could be made out, but it's got a copyright of LJN. Now, if you don't know about LJN, if it's the same LJN that made the somewhat notorious bad video games in the 80s and 90s, they did a lot of licensed stuff. If you've ever seen the Angry Video Game Nerds channel, he talks a lot about LJN and their bad games. So I'm wondering if it's the same one. I know they did like some toys, so I'm not sure if that's the same LJN. I have to check that one out, but it's interesting because yeah, it's a pretty good figure of a great character from Thundercats. And I'd love to get some of the other Thundercats figures as well. I mean, if you know, let me know in the comments. So I say, leave any comments you have of any of these figures, or any ones that you have as well. Now, we had Knuckles earlier on, and now we've got this guy, Dr. Robotnik. I say Dr. Robotnik, he's Dr. Eggman now, although I don't know why they changed it to Eggman. Robotnik I always think was always a better name for him, with his big moustache. And he's in one of these vehicles that he'd often use at the end of the level to try and defeat Sonic, but would fail miserably. Now, of course, he debuted in 1991 in his first Sonic the Hedgehog game, and this one is from 1993, and it was given in McDonald's or Burger King, I'm not sure which one actually, and you wind it up and he goes along. Although I think it's got a bit stuck now, but you get the idea. So we sit you there, Dr. Robotnik, or Dr. Eggman. And of course Jim Carrey portrayed him in the recent Sonic the Hedgehog film. Now, next one we have is this blue character. He's a Smurf, one of the many Smurfs. I don't know if this one has a particular name. Now, of course, they debuted right back in 1958 as a comic featured in some comics, and a TV series in 1981. And of course, there was at least one film as well, wasn't there? And I think there's some other TV series as well. Now, I believe this one was given in McDonald's. The reason why I say that is because if you look at what he's holding, looks like a milkshake there with a classic McDonald's M on it and a cloth, maybe to clean the tables. So this one's been a waiter in McDonald's. Well, not really a waiter, they don't really have them, do they? Just someone that works there cleaning the tables and serving your drinks for you. And yeah, there's many different Smurfs, Papa Smurf, and I can't remember any of the others at the moment, but he can stand there rather, and serve his drinks. Okay, and now we have a really iconic character of the 80s and 90s, and going strong today as well, and it is, of course, Mario. Now, he first appeared in the Donkey Kong game, as I mentioned earlier, in 1981, but as Jumper Man. And what's interesting, this figure is from 1993. He's got a very big moustache. more larger than normal. It was always, I know other people have picked up on this. I've always felt interested about Mario. He's got brown hair, but he's got a black moustache. So obviously dyes his moustache, and he's got his classic dungarees and his red top and his white gloves and brown shoes and his red hat. And yeah, he's appeared in so many games. Of course, as mentioned, Donkey Kong. He's appeared in obviously Super Mario 64, Mario Kart, the Mario Galaxy games, Mario Sunshine. There's a whole list of them. So he definitely is an icon. And you stand there next to your once rival Donkey Kong. Now, the last character we have is also a legend as well in the 80s and 90s, and it is Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles as it was known over here in the UK, and he made his debut in 1983, and this figure is from somewhere between 1988 and 1992 because that's when they made most of these figures. And of course, you know, there's been various Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, there's been films, you know, there's been all sorts, and comics as well that they've been in, so, and he's got quite a bit of movement on him, his legs move, his arms move, and he's got his classic blue mask and on his wrists and on his legs. And I remember watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon back in the day, as I did watch with many of these figures. Okay, can I sit you down? A bit of a strange pose, but never mind. There you go, what a nice array of characters there. Like I said, let me know any ones you have. I'll feature more in future videos as well. I will do themed videos as well, so a whole collection. I've got going to do with Doctor Who soon of different merchandise, so look out for that one, as well as others as well. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a like if you did, so other people can see the video as well. And subscribe if you haven't done already, and of course thank you if you have, and ring that bell for notification for other upcoming videos. Do at least one video every week on various topics. That just check out my channel and you will see the type of videos that I do. So see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.